And the Marlins were smoking a couple of home runs. The Nats had a couple as well. Jim Riggleman's going over and dissecting this ball game down in the clubhouse.
So, you know, I can't say that it wasn't a well-played game. I think we played with great effort and intensity, and that's what we asked from our players, and we've been getting that every night. And, you know, I'm proud to go to war with them when we do that. And I apologize for using that word war, because this is a ball game, and I know we got people out there fighting a war, so it's not the right word to use. But, you know, it's a ball game, and our guys got after it real good.
Jim, what was Olson's issue in he just looked like he couldn't.
You know, he was throwing the ball good. The ball was coming out of his hand good. He probably threw too many fastballs in the first inning, and they got him. But, you know, maybe he felt really good with his arm, and you know, that's the best velocity he's had. He, you know, he challenged some hitters, and they got him, but, you know, it just maybe could have mixed his pitches up a little better.
Is that velocity kind of where I mean, he's been a little lower than that. Do you want him that high, or would you prefer to see him a little lower?
Well, you know, I wasn't around only years ago when he was in Florida, and I think he pitched even higher than that. I think he pitched 94, and you know, he's been trying to pitch lately in the high 80s and 90, but he was up there pretty consistently 92 tonight, which tells me his arm is strong, he's feeling good. But certainly he can pitch at 92. But, you know, the other stuff's got to go with it, and tonight he just didn't have the other stuff.
And when you look up at it, you're going to see 5 runs on the board and whatever it was, 12 or 13 hits, but then the 3 home runs in the game. But just the idea of the taxing part of having to come back from 7-1 early in the second inning.
Yeah, and you know, Miguel, Batista, and Peralta gave us an opportunity. You know, they kept us in there close enough that as we chipped away, we kept the game in range. And like I said, you know, Willie's ball up the middle that hit off the pitcher, that hurt us, and he hit the ball hard at the first baseman. Those are, you know, who knows, maybe we make it a 2-run game. But, yeah, you know, when you're down by 7 runs early, you're fighting an uphill battle, and you're really trying to win the ball game, but you're also trying to manage your bullpen and not overtax anybody, and realize that you're playing the next 4 or 5 nights in a row as well. So you're really appreciative of what Peralta and Batista did, because they've held the fort enough that we got some fresh arms for tomorrow.
It doesn't look like a different hitter, a better hitter to you when he's batting second.
I hadn't really thought about it. You know, he had some great swings tonight, but you know, he's just a good athlete. You know, he's going to fit in nicely in the lineup, and you know, wherever you need to use him. You know, if our lineup dictates that he hits second, I'm sure he'll do fine there. If we need to hit him lower, he'll do fine there. But I don't have any numbers to indicate right now, and it's probably too small a sampling hitting second to really gauge it too quickly.
Because of what Olson has been through the last 2 years, injury-wise, but you've also seen how good he can be when he is on top of his game. I guess how critical is the rest of the season for him, as you guys have to decide now what you're doing with him moving forward?
Again, I hadn't really thought about that. You know, I'm focusing on every time we go out there trying to win the ball game. As far as next year, you know, those things, you know, you add it all up at the end and kind of get everybody's opinion. You know, the coaches and myself and Mike and Stan and everybody will, you know, just evaluate how we move forward at that point. But I don't really think about that right now. You know, I'm thinking about just what he's doing out there now, and you know, he's had some good ball games for us. Tonight he didn't have a good ball game, but that's all we can do is just put him out there and see what we get and evaluate it at the end.
Stanton is one of the big prospects who's been called up in this division this year. He was obviously a big factor tonight. Can you just talk about what you see in his game you like, and what was tough about him this evening? Yeah.
Did you ever hear that Lasorda interview when they asked him about who was he asking about, Kingman or somebody? Yeah. You know, he was pretty special, I tell you. He hit the ball hard to right field. He hit the ball hard to left field. I wish Desmond would have caught that ball, because we'd be looking at that play forever. You know, when he juggled it out there a few times, that ball was scalded, and he is some kind of good-looking player. I tell you, he's. I guess he looks like he's about 6'5", and but he gets down in his stance, to kind of minimize the strike zone. He's got a good eye. We haven't been able to get him to swing any bad pitches. When we played him down there, he walked a lot against us, and when we throw strikes, he's hitting it on the barrel. So we got to figure out something different against him, because he's going to be in this division a long time.
Okay, Dan. Thank you.